Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I will be doing my project pan update for the month of March. I did not update this in the last month because I don't even think I really had any videos in the past month, but I have some really good news. I have quite a few rollouts, so I'm just gonna get started, and if you want to know what a project pan is, I'll put it in the description box down below. I'm going to start off with the most exciting product, which is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture palette. I've had this since 2020. At the beginning of this year, there was only 2 blushes left in here, and one of them looked like it was on its last legs, and this is what it looks like now. Ta-da! It's gone. She's dead. It looks like there's still a little bit of product in there, but I have gone through with a spoolie and like scraped it all out, and it's just like leftover powder. There's no pigments coming off on the brush. So I finished that, and this was Vibrant Flush, and this is Mood Exposure, and I can definitely see that's getting more flat. So if I tilt it a little bit, you can see that it's a lot more flat than it was before. I think I might even hit pan on the next update on this one, which is really exciting because ever since I used this one up, I feel like I've been using this one up way faster. And in the past I was saying like, I can't believe Mood Exposure's like around for longer, because I've been using that one way more than Vibrant Flush. And I don't have numbers because I was very unorganized at the beginning of this year, but I think right after this video I'm going to have to write everything down and take progress photos. But I really think this palette will be out of my collection soon, which is very bittersweet because I've had it for so long and I've been working on it for so long. Well, so long as in like 2-ish years. But I really like this palette. Like every single powder in here worked perfectly, and I'm really considering repurchasing it at the end of the year, like from the Hourglass website, because that's the only place where you can get it, and you can still actually buy this, which is very surprising. But I loved everything in here, and I don't know if I've experienced that with another product, so I think this will be my ride or die. And I have so much other stuff to get through that it's kind of making me debate getting another one of these, because like I said, I have so much to get through. But every time I wore this, it looked beautiful. I have never had a bad makeup day with this, and I'm already upset even though I still have 1 powder left in here. But I'm really excited. I hope I can see pan in the next month. And then I have 2 of my primers. So I finished the DHC Velvet Skin Coat. This was like a silicone based primer, which is not my favorite. And there was less than a fluid ounce in here. It's only like 0.52 fluid ounces, and it's like a $23 primer. Well, when I purchased it, it was, and now it's probably even more. And I think only a certain demographic likes primers like this. It was supposed to fill in your pores, but I feel like it didn't, so I don't know. I would never repurchase this because I don't like silicone based primers. When I first was using this, I really hated it, but then towards the end, like when I was running out, I was thinking like, it's okay, but I never learned to like fully love it. The majority of people who liked this were not my age. They were like older than me, so keep that in mind. And then I have the One Size Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. This was a very easy finish. I think I finished this before the DHC Velvet Skin Coat. Come on, focus. And I think this was a freebie. I don't think I would buy this because I'm not really into primers at the moment. Maybe the only primer that I really would want to repurchase, I guess primers, would be the Tatcha primer, because it smells good and it feels really nice on my skin. It feels like skincare as well as makeup. Or the Urban Decay Primer Potion. No, not Primer Potion. Is it All Nighter Primer? It comes in a tube, and it has like a push pump so you can get everything out. I really like that one as well. Last product is a rollout because I opened the cap, took a big sniff, and it smelled funny. So this is the Laka lipstick in, I'm not sure what the shade is, but it's like a red color at the bottom, and it's in Korean, so I definitely cannot read it. Ta-da! This is what it looks like. this is the lipstick I wore on my wedding day, so it's special to me. But it smells like plastic now, so I am no longer going to be using this. This did also expire on New Year's Day this year, so I was like kind of pushing my limits with it a bit. It really looks like I didn't use it, and the truth is I only used it a handful of times because this color, even though it's red and it's a little bit muted, but you know, red lipstick and masks, I feel like I was ending up with like streaks of red across my face, kind of like Joker. So I was like, okay, well, I can't wear this all the time, and I could still wear it to work and it would be fine, but like I would eat at work and then be left with a ring of lipstick. So my preference for work lip products is more nude / natural, so that when it does fade it's not as obvious. So I'm going to be rolling this out. Okay, moving on to some other products. I guess I will keep going with exciting products. I have my NARS Deep Throat Blush. NARS is great at, you know, giving names that would get, naming products names that would demonetize you. I have been working on this for not several years. I've been working on this for like 2 years now. And when I rolled this blush into this project, I already had pan. So my goal was to finish it. I still had over 50% of it left, but this is what I have now. As you can see at the top, there it's no longer connected, but at the bottom it still is. It's getting a little bit harder for my brush to go in, so I'm showing you this now because I'm going to be repressing this. I have like a repressing list going on, and I guess while I'm repressing this and waiting for it to dry, I can use my other blush in my other project pan and actually get use out of it. But I really like this blush. It works better if you're paler, and so I really have a limited window to use this because I get tan very quickly, and it's that time of the year where I'm going to get tan. I love NARS blushes. I feel like they blend out very easily. You like can't look like a clown when you wear it, and I've had that problem in the past where, yes, drugstore blushes are very pretty, but it's so easy to, you know, you dip once and then you put on your cheeks and it looks really bad. But not with this. And I mixed this with the Hourglass, not highlighter, the Hourglass blush in Mood Exposure to kind of tone down the pinkness a little bit because, like I said, I am getting a little bit more tan and it's starting to not work on my cheeks unless I mix it. So I'm wearing it today, the combo, but also I did just work out, so my cheeks might be a little bit more pigmented than usual. Next, I have my Too Faced Hot Cocoa Bronzer, and this is limited edition, not last year, but maybe 2 years ago. No, maybe it was last year. I don't remember anymore. This is what it looks like. Oh, no, it was 2 years ago. I might see pan soon? I can't tell because near where the whipped cream is, there's a bit of like a dent. I've already worn out the face. Sorry. And the way I like dip my brush in this is I swirl around the outside, and I tried to avoid the middle completely because then it would make my bronzer more pale, and right now I need my bronzer to be less pale, and this is starting to not show up on my face, so I'm going to be adding in another bronzer later in this video, so exciting. But my goal on this was just to hit pan, so hopefully I can do that and then roll this out because it's starting to not really work for me. And I do like this. Like, Too Faced bronzers are usually pretty decent, but it is too light for me. The other Too Faced bronzer I have works amazing on me in the summer. It's like my favorite summer bronzer and I just love it. I can't say enough good things about it. So as you can see, the overspray was kind of worn off of this product. Continuing on with Too Faced, this is the Too Faced Turn Up the Light palette in medium. I'm only working on the middle shade, which is called Soft Focus, because the other two don't work that well for me. So I'm going to be holding mine upside down so I don't flash you with the mirror. But this is my progress on it, and it's actually getting quite flat. Yeah, it used to be domed like the other products. I don't know if you can see, but it's I can definitely see it. It's like a crater starting to form. I don't think I'm going to see pan within the next update, but maybe after that I will. My goal on this was to use it up completely, and I'm sure I'll do that by the end of this year. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Hourglass powders, and I think it might be better, if not, you know, it's just as good if not better than the Hourglass powders. I am wearing it today under my eyes and in my T-zone to kind of like brighten it, because I noticed in the past, like one time I was filming a video and I was like, why does my skin look so good? And it was this product. So this looks really good, at least on camera. Okay, I should have talked about this earlier, but I forgot. This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Primer. It's a mini. I believe I paid 100 Sephora points for this and I will never do it again. So, funny story, I actually almost had to roll this out because I was going to film my February update and I had not used this. And the main reason why I had not used this product was because I could not unscrew the cap. It was on so tight and I just gave up for that day. But now I have used it twice, if not thrice, and I'm wearing it today to kind of like, you know, close my pores. So hopefully it's working. I feel like I actually have to use a lot more of this than like a silicone based primer, because this does not spread as far. It does have a little bit of a fragrance to it, and I probably would not buy this again, but it doesn't break me out, so that's, I guess, a plus. Not that my skin is super sensitive, but I just feel like there's better primers than this, and I think I'm just especially cheesed that this cost 100 Sephora points when I've gotten better things for 100 points. This is definitely going to be out by the next update because I wear makeup a lot more often now than I did last month because I was away, and I can't wait. I'm going to continue with the boring product. This is my Too Faced Killer Liner in Killer Storm. It's a gray eyeliner, and my goal was to finish this by the end of the year, but it's very hard because I was using these recently and I feel like I have to press a lot harder. I probably need to sharpen it because there's eyeshadow on it. But this is what mine looks like right now. It's not super long or anything like that. It used to be much longer. But I've been using this whenever I go to the office, and instead of like doing a wing liner with my brown pen liner, I will try to do it with this because it's a little bit hard to tell from far away that it is not a black or brown. I feel like I should be using this a lot more, but I like using liners like this formula that aren't like a liquid under my eyes. I also recently discovered that I could use this to kind of darken my eyeshadow a little bit. So in my makeup rehab video for March, I had like this gold eyeshadow, and like it was a gold and black eyeshadow look, and the black on my outer corners was actually done with eyeshadow originally, and then because I felt like it wasn't very opaque, I went in with a black eyeliner, like pencil, like this, not like a liquid liner because that would have been really intense, and like in order to darken the outer corners of my eyeshadow. So I feel like if I ever think my gray eyeshadow doesn't look super pigmented, then I could do the same thing with this, which I probably will be doing in the future because I want to use these up before they expire, which is why I'm rolling them into this project pan, even though they aren't super exciting. But I need to really take tallies of this or like mark it on the sheet of paper so I can see my progress. And then we have a highlighter. This is the Essence Coffee to Glow. They're highlighter beans, so I really should be weighing this because if I open this lid, they're just gonna spill out onto the floor and then I won't have highlighter beans anymore. I really like this. I'm wearing it today and I just like swirl my brush on top of the beans and then, you know, tap off the excess and then go on the tops of my cheeks and sometimes my nose, but not always. And this is like a pretty natural glow, which I know not a lot of people like, but it's my favorite. I don't like a super glowy highlighter that's like hella glittery. I cannot do it. I just think it looks really strange on me. Maybe like in the summer if I'm going to the beach or something, then that would make sense, but for most days I prefer something like this. I'm really sad this is limited edition, but like I said, I'm trying not to buy from Essence anymore. So I guess once this is gone, it will be not the last thing I own from them. I'm pretty sure the the eyeshadow palette that I have from them is going to be around longer, but these were so good. I want it to stick around forever, so that my wish might come true because my progress on this has been very slow. And the last product that I have in this project pan is my Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer, and it is the shade Light Medium. This is too dark for me right now, which is very surprising because I thought that this would be fine, but I don't like foundation. I'm trying to get this out of my collection. I would say I dislike this more than I like it. I feel like it sinks into my pores, which is really annoying, especially the pores on my nose, which is, I guess, like the only place you can really see pores on my face, unless I somehow mess up really bad and you can see the pores in between my brows. But I don't really like this, and I'm trying to use it up completely to get it out of my collection so I would never have foundation again. It's supposed to be a dewy finish, but for me, I always put powder on, so it always looks matte. And I feel like this just does not stay on my face very well. Whenever I wear this, it's on a day where I know I'm not going to be outside for very long or at all. I rolled out 3 products, so now I need to roll in 3 new products. So I'm going to be starting with the bronzer I mentioned earlier. This is the NARS Summer Solstice Cheek Duo. So there's a highlighting powder and a bronzing powder in here. So the bronzer is Laguna. I don't know what the highlighter is, but it's like part of the permanent collection. To me, this smells like gardenia, but to my sister-in-law, this smells like coconuts, and I hate coconuts. So she was really happy that I liked the smell of this because gardenia is my favorite flower, like in terms of smell. The actual flower itself is not very pretty, but it smells so good, and it's like a very distinct smell. Anyways, so this is what it looks like. I have used up Laguna before, at least one. I think I've used 2 up, if not more. And there is a gold overspray on it, but as you might be able to see that I did work my way through some of it. I'm going to be mixing this with my hot chocolate bronzer, hot cocoa bronzer, in order to deepen it, because I know this has worked for me when I was starting to get a little bit more dark, and I didn't want to just put away the hot chocolate bronzer completely. I wanted to be able to mix it with this, and I didn't want to just whip out my summer bronzer just yet because it's not even spring yet. And then I am really surprised I didn't roll this in earlier, but this is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. This is how much I have right now. It's like here, and I'm at the T, like the start of the T in Fenty, and I have some washi tape on the back that I never marked, but I want to finish this completely because I had this for a while and I have other lip glosses that I want to get to. And then the last product I'm rolling in is another foundation because my current one does not really match me, so I figured I could mix the 2 and they were probably separate knowing my look. But this is the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream, and this I actually really like. So this is in the shade number 25 Warm Beige. It has SPF 42 PA+++. You can wear this instead of sunscreen apparently, which is not gonna lie, whenever I wear foundation I don't wear sunscreen because usually my foundation has sunscreen in it. And I just realized that, not just realized, neither one of my foundations is actually foundations. So this is a BB cream, the other one is a tinted moisturizer. This looks so good on my skin when I first apply it, but that's when I first apply it. And of course it does wear off throughout the day, but not as bad as the other one. And this one is more yellow. The other foundation, I should just hold it instead of jabbing my thumb to the left. This foundation is a little bit more orangey reddish, and this one's more yellow. So maybe if I mix the 2, I could have the best of both worlds and have a foundation that's dark enough for me, but also not super yellow or super orange, because what's weird is my face is more on the yellow side but my body is more on the pink side, so sometimes my face doesn't match my body. But hopefully I can make a compromise with these 2 and then be out of foundation completely. This is the one thing I would consider repurchasing, but I don't think I can wear foundation or will wear foundation again until my skin is not greasy. and I feel like, you know, maybe in 20 years when I have normal type skin, I can pull off wearing foundation, but I feel like it's too much work, so that's why I don't really like to wear it. So that's everything for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing exciting progress in the next month. I'm really hoping to see at least some pans, but I know I will be done with the primer and I have to repress the blush. So I will take before and after pictures so that you can see how it looks. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next month. Bye!